Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker's teaser trailer just debuted around 4 months ago over at Star Wars Celebration, and it left a lot of fans very eager and excited for the upcoming trailer 2 of this film by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film is going to contain many different twists and turns that will lead to saga-wide implications within the Skywalker saga that, like I've always expressed before in the past, could very well be a good or a bad thing for this franchise. It all depends on how it's all going to be executed on the big screen and how they're going to really organize this in Episode 9. Now, on top of all of this, Trailer 2 is all set and ready for release at D23, and these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to various shot descriptions of the upcoming Trailer 2 of Episode 9, this is where things begin to get very exciting for this movie. Now, specifically, shot descriptions consisting of Rey floating on her back inside of a large cave, full of water, where it's described that the cave glows in a blue color by the floating orbs in the environment. It's explained that as Rey does this, she is in a meditation session, where the Force Ghost voices of Anakin Skywalker, Yoda, and Kenobi are heard, followed by Luke Skywalker's voice providing a piece of dialogue about the ancient Jedi. It's said that the voices of Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Yoda sound different than how they were in the prequels and the originals, indicating that these are new recordings by the actors themselves. As this plays, a special score by John Williams is said to play over the shot that serves as a new Force theme for fans. The next describes a sequence in which Kylo Ren is wielding his ignited lightsaber, where he is said to drop his helmet on the ground that appears to be damaged, again from his battle with Rey. However, it's described that Ren is facing a dark figure in the distance that is obscured by heavy rain and crashing waves, whereas it focuses on Kylo Ren's eyes, the ignition of a lightsaber is heard, followed by Palpatine's laughter that is also said to sound different than ever before, and also indicates that this was a new recording by Ian McDiarmid. Lastly, it's said that one of the shots is said to include a flashback of Luke Skywalker with a large fire behind him, where he is said to watch Ben Solo walking on board of a ship with other Jedi that appear to be forced to go on the ship, where the ship leaves the atmosphere of this mysterious world. The dialogue over the shot involves Luke talking about how he failed the Jedi and his order, but it isn't too late to start something new. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, we do know that Episode 9 is really going to be a very emotional film, as well as having a lot of action-packed sequences. So the one that really impresses me the most out of all of this is where we have a moment where Kylo Ren is facing a dark and sinister figure in the middle of a torrential rainstorm. Now, it focuses on Kylo Ren's eyes. They don't really show this figure while, he's laughing through Palpatine, but this most certainly, without a doubt, is the new villain that is going to be possessed by the spirit of Sidious in Episode 9. Whereas it focuses on Kylo Ren's eyes, that's where we hear a new laughter of Palpatine that is said to sound very different than how we ever heard Palpatine before in the past. Now, like I've always said before in the past, we do know that this film is going to have a lot of surprises, a lot of unexpected scenes, and I think that's exactly what they're trying to show us in Episode 9's new trailer that is all set and ready to drop on August 23rd at D23. So, the other piece that I do want to touch on that also really excites me, and I gotta say, this is very intriguing, is that there's a moment in which Rey is floating in a cave full of water, where as she's floating, she's in a meditation session and she hears the Force Ghost voices of Obi-Wan, Anakin, Yoda, and even Luke, all of which are said to sound very different than ever before, and that this indicates that these are new recordings by the actors. Now, what's great about this is that this lines directly up with what we have been talking about for a very long time, which is of course a place called the Lake of Dreams. Now, the Lake of Dreams is said to be a very powerful Force nexus in the galaxy, which is a concentration of the Force, if you will, where as she meditates in this environment, she's actually connecting to the beyond itself. So they're teasing this in the upcoming footage of Episode 9 to give fans an idea of where the Force lore is going to bring the fans and exactly where it's going to bring some of our favorite characters in the story. So Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Yoda is actually guiding Rey through this meditation session, and that's exactly why the voices are being heard in the upcoming footage of Episode 9. And the other piece that I really want to touch on that really, stands out to me the most as well is, of course, we have a flashback. Now, of course, Episode 9 is going to have a handful of flashbacks, and in this scenario, it involves Luke Skywalker watching a leaving ship of his world that contains the Jedi training temple, since it does indeed explain that there's an actual fire behind Luke, where he's watching the ship taking off, where Ben Solo is said to be seen taking a pair of Jedi on board that are being forced to go on board of the ship. Now, what's so exciting about this? Well, this pretty much indicates that we're going to learn exactly what happened to the rest of Luke Skywalker's Jedi that were taken away by Kylo Ren. And that's a thumbs up to J.J. Abrams right there, because, well, it leaves a lot of fans wondering, are they even going to explore that side of the story? Are we going to learn about what happened to Luke's new generation of Jedi? Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. No, I'm not the one from night.